Set against the backdrop of a global economy making uneven progress toward recovery, the 8th edition of the Asian Financial Forum opened in Hong Kong on the 19th of January 2015. More than 2,400 finance and business professionals and senior government officials took part in the forum, which opened under the theme, Asia, Sustainable Development in a World of Change.
The year 2014 has been an eventful one in many ways. The fall in oil prices and other commodities, the collapse of the Russian ruble, and more recently, the sharp appreciation of the Swiss franc, continuing low interest rates, and the divergent pace of global economic growth, terrorism, and geopolitical uncertainties all have an impact on the financial world. Here in Hong Kong, too, we had a memorable year. Occupy Central will no doubt come to mind, but we are encouraged to see that the incident has ended peacefully, and Hong Kong's reputation as the world-leading financial center remains as strong as ever.
Looking at the big picture, we take note of the fact that significant changes have taken place since the global financial crisis in 2008. The changes were vividly seen and felt with extraordinary policy tools, including quantitative easing, to lessen the pain. Here in Asia, the picture is quite different. More economic dividends are expected from the mainland's ongoing reforms, and many of our emerging neighbors are likely to see further growth. Such trends will continue to bring massive opportunity for Asian business. That's why this forum's Asian sustainability theme is so timely.
With the financial regulatory reform largely in place, and with the world's economies showing signs of weakness, it is again important to stress the need of ensuring that the financial market can function properly to provide financing to support economic growth. Indeed, we are encouraged to see that governments around the world are recognizing that the financial market is a solution to the economic growth problem and encourage financial innovations to serve the real economy.
Asia is now accounting for over half of the world economy. At the same time, its financial infrastructure lags behind the rest of the world. And so there is a lack of connectivity between the two aspects. And so Asian economies will have to be opened up to one another so that standards can be unified and system can be internationalized. And also information can flow more freely.
To me, the regulatory response is very consistent with the program of sustainable growth. And we need to continue to honor the G20 commitments in response to the financial crisis. And let me express that I'm very much impressed by what has been happening here in Asia, and specifically in Hong Kong. Without the catalyst of a deep financial crisis, you have managed to progress very well on the regulatory reform agenda. And this gives you the chance to undertake regulatory reform to avoid a crisis instead of conducting a regulatory reform after a crisis.
And these crises remind us that the economies of the United States and Asia are strongly and increasingly intertwined. What we do affects you, what happens here affects us. We are all in this together. And that is why I am in Asia this week. I believe that we must continue to work together to build a global regulatory framework that helps our financial markets thrive.